Welcome back. All right. Hopefully, everyone has been good. Hopefully, everyone's been having fun. We're going to be starting this off with the weather update, of course. It's warming up out there, but still plenty and plenty of snow to go around. Nothing we can really do about that besides enjoy it. You can't ignore it. It's gonna be in your day to day. But yeah, and that other thing, I I've heard like there in some parts it's getting worse. I guess it's again not affecting me directly, which I enjoy because just I think anybody can agree that just being inconvenienced in any way is not great, and thankfully it hasn't lately for me, and hopefully it hasn't for you either. It's just another one of those necessary evils of the world we live in today and tomorrow for the foreseeable future. A lot of flight news has been going on. That's been quite exhausting as well. Um, I don't fly, so again, it doesn't affect me in the slightest. But let's move on from one depressing news, and let's try and find something that's not depressing. Probably something else that we could all agree on. I've been. This actually dates back a few months. Thanksgiving Day, I was just by myself, and I figured I should. Everyone else is doing the big extravagant meals, whatnot, and I figured I let's just try something. Like nothing's open today because it's Thanksgiving, obviously, but local convenience store a couple blocks away. Super easy to walk there. Super easy to get the hookup on the food. I think I actually just went there to get just a quick drink. I just wanted to get a drink, and while I was there, I saw a sign for this chicken sandwich, which most people probably aren't going to get a chicken sandwich and expect anything good from a convenience store on a stat holiday. But there was a photograph of it. It reminded me of a chicken sandwich from a more reputable name that I've had before. I've had a couple, probably a few at this point. However many that pictures in your mind, it's been that many, not in one sitting. Hopefully, the most I've had in one sitting, I think, was two, and that was a terrible idea. So I saw this sandwich in this photograph at this convenience store, and I thought maybe it's not turkey, it's nothing special, but it's a convenience store and it's here. So I thought, hey, I'll get this. You're looking at the photograph, and it's got like the mayonnaise on it. There might have been cheese in the picture with some pickles, and it looked like it's advertising, and they got to make it look good. So I was taken advantage of. I fell victim to the advertising of this sandwich here. So I get it, boxes it up. This place does boxes now for cent. I don't know. It was weird to begin with, but I get my drink. I get my Thanksgiving dinner. I walk home. I'm all stoked. I get a show on the television, ready to sit down, watch it. I'm sure a lot of you can relate to that. It's a whole experience. It's an event. You're ready just to eat, relax, and check out for a bit, which I guess you guys are doing now. So hopefully, if you're sitting down, enjoying some food, the food is exactly what you were wanting, exactly what you had pictured, and you're going to be satisfied over the next little bit here. If it's not, I feel your pain because I'm going to get to that. I press play, I open the box, and what I'm greeted with is the bun that it was on is just like grocery store, not even like a bakery bun, which I could have been on board with that, but it was like a grocery store mass produced, not that bakeries don't mass produce, but like extremely mass produced just dinner roll that just is there. It exists. There's no flavor, there's no enjoyment to be had there. So I was overcome with a wave of disappointment. So I thought maybe if the sauce and the pickles and whatnot, like if the combo, if everything in between the buns is gonna be any quality, then I can at least enjoy my food here. So I lift the top and it comes off with ease. There's zero resistance to be had with this top bun, which isn't a good indicator. There was nothing in between bun and chicken patty. There was nothing there, nothing in between the top bun and this chicken, which when you're making a burger, sandwich, whatnot, there's going to be something on that in that top section in between bun and patty, regardless. If you don't, if you put everything on the bottom, let me know who you are in the comments below, and I'll shoot you a message and we'll talk about your choices in life and why you should no longer do that. Because I'm going to have to say that is weird. Anyways, I'm thinking, okay, maybe the workers at this place are, again, weird. So I slowly lift the chicken patty there. Again, zero resistance, nothing. Bottom bun remained in the box, patty came up. There was nothing in between patty and bun. So all it was this cold dinner roll straight from the refrigerator. It felt like and kind of smelled like, and yeah. And this chicken patty was just straight out of their little heating box that they have on their counter. It was single-handedly the worst, probably the worst thing I've ever gotten from a convenience store. And we're going to get into this a little bit more. Like at least at other fast food restaurants, you see the photograph and you're like, that looks good. You order it and it looks a little sloppier. But everything typically that's in the picture is going to be on the sandwich in one way or another. It's all there. It doesn't look like the picture. This not only didn't look like the picture, it wasn't even the same stuff that was on the picture. And I used the same wording that was on the advertisement with the worker there. They just put it in a box, gave it to me, and sent me on my way. As I'm saying this out loud, maybe I was to go around and dress it myself. I've never ordered one of these from a convenience store before, so maybe there's some etiquette that I'm unaware of. But regardless, this was my experience. If, again, anybody has any information on that, let me know down below or shoot me a message if you got my information. But I don't know. I want to go get another one just to see if that was the case. If I just dropped the ball on it, if there was something I just missed, or if that was actually the way that it is to be enjoyed. And I'll spoiler alert, if you're gonna get a chicken sandwich from a convenience store, it is not gonna be enjoyable, regardless if everything's on it or not. I ate it because I spent money on it, like convenience store money on it. It wasn't great, and I was severely disappointed. It was awful. And then it kind of had me thinking, because I've ordered a few other things from this convenience store because they're the only thing open after a certain hour. My town isn't very exciting when it comes to nightlife and food options. Everything closes at like 10 or 11, except for this convenience store. And I think the longer things sit there, if they're going to keep it and try to sell it, I think once it passes the timer, because everywhere has timers, all the fast food places, they have timers on how long their food can sit there before they got to toss it and make new stuff. I think if a convenience store is going to just leave it there and sell it regardless, which a lot of people aren't going to complain because it's like, oh, sweet, there's food. A lot of people are under the influence. They're going to take it anyways. But I think the longer it sits there past the timer, there should be a discount applied to that item. So somebody's not paying full price for, you know, you don't see my air quotes, but a convenient, like a quality item that's, again, quote, fresh. If it's been sitting there past the time and it's, getting hard, then there should be some sort of discount applied, or get like, if there's a reward point system, give them double points or something. Get them, if they survive eating whatever it is. Like, I've gotten a corn dog, and it was almost like, again, convenience store corn dog. You shouldn't have your expectations high, but they should at least be edible. This was like beef jerky on a stick. Like, there was gnawing, pulling, prying to get this thing off. And while a lot of people enjoy the experience of eating, it's the adventure, I take my time, my enjoyment is just from eating it. If I eat it in 30 seconds, that's much more enjoyable. I eat. I'm a fast eater. I know I'm not alone on this. And there's other people that take forever to eat, and they're all stoked about how long it took them to eat because it was they savored it. They loved it. They loved the adventure. But is there a way that we can make this happen? I know a lot of other places ignore these timers too, but some places it's a little harder to tell, especially fast food places. I think French fries are the only thing that you can say with certainty, these are old, these have been out too long. Because if they're doing burgers, they could have pressed them, got all the grease out, and they can dry out real quick, but they could still be under that timer. I've seen it. It's not great. You don't have to press your meat, because then you're releasing all those juices, and the juice is what you want to go into your mouth. No, I'm not alone on that. I'm not even going to say it. I'm not alone on that. The juice is where the flavor is. That's part of the experience. That's the experience that people want at home. Presumably, that's the experience I want at home. So I would imagine they'd all want it there. Oh man, I'd have to advise against chicken sandwiches at convenience stores. I'm just a quick PSA. Chicken sandwiches, convenience stores, don't buy them. And if it's any time past midnight, maybe just be weary of ordering anything from a convenience store that you're hoping for quality. Are you allowed to ask them to make things fresh? You might be able to, but I'd happily take the thing that's there for a discounted price. Goodness, especially if I can put a screw in it and put it on my front door and use it as a knocker for when I have guests over. I think that's just kind of wild that they can get away with that. I don't know. I'm definitely past the fool me twice stage of my interactions with this convenience store and their food, but I don't have any other options. Sometimes you just gotta eat. You just gotta eat, Oh, man. Only one shout out this time around. Little droid mechanic, Babu Frick. I'd like to give a big shout out to Babu Frick. The droid mechanic, quick shout out to him. There we go. For these that don't know, droid mechanic from episode 9. He helped reset C-3PO, and it was a whole plot point. Oh man, would you guys listen to a bunch of, I don't want to say shitting on Star Wars, but to be fair, there'd probably be a lot of shitting on it. Just plot holes. There's plot holes in everything. It's a lot of fun just to kind of poke fun at things. I'm a huge Star Wars fan, don't get me wrong. But I think those are the best things. If you can poke fun at it, and it's it's fun. It's a lot more enjoyable that way. You can get a lot more into it. Then you can start launching off on theories and whatnot. And it's not like it's real, I've gotten, oh man, I was working, and I had wrestling on the television at work, and there was a customer came in with their partner. They looked at the television, they heard it, and they looked, and they were like, "Oh, who's the wrestling fan?" And being a wrestling fan is kind of like being a Nickelback fan at this point. Am I right? Like if you say you're a wrestling fan, people instantly start making fun of you. The guy, he was like, "Oh, who's the wrestling fan?" And I was all stoked because I was like, "Man, another wrestling fan? Let's go! Absolutely, it's me." And his response was, it's fake, right? So as I mentioned, I dislike strongly that kickback from saying that a person's a wrestling fan. It's if you meet anybody that's a wrestling fan, like it's like an inside joke. There's nothing better. It's like, oh, me and this person, we're connecting on a whole nother level right now, and nobody else here could even imagine, because it's such a faux pas in a lot of areas, which I am upset about. But I let out the biggest sigh, the biggest exhale of just disappointment, frustration, and I had to take a couple breaths, and I responded. I asked him what his favorite movie was, and it was I don't know. It was something like Avengers or Top Gun, something along those lines. To which my response was, it's fake, right? They didn't have much to say after that. And I was helping out this person's partner with what they came in for. And while I was doing that, he ended up just hanging out and watching wrestling. And believe it or not, if you just can give it a chance and stop thinking, oh, this is so phony, and just take it in for what it is, the entertainment and the performance and the athleticism, it's one of the best things you could ever watch. There's a lot of good things you can watch. There's a lot of bad things you can watch. I think professional wrestling, one of the better things you can watch, for sure. Absolutely. Sound off in the comments if you agree with that. Maybe I'll talk wrestling. There's a lot going on right now. Man, oh man. If you know, basically, is what it comes down to. And it is unreal. Time flies when you're having fun. I hope you guys are having fun. I had to get something. I had to get something out there for you guys just to check in. It's another call out. If anybody wants to collaborate, hit me up. We'll figure out the logistics there. We'll make it happen. If anybody wants a shout out in the next episode, like my boy Babu Frick this episode, again, let me know. We'll make it happen. Or a message. If you have any messages you'd like me to put out in the world, you want everybody to know about, hit me up. There we go. All right, well, I guess that does it for this go around. Hopefully you guys had fun. Share this with your friends, family, your pets. If you got to run to the store for 20 minutes and you got a pet at home, just put this on your television, hit play. Maybe they'll just like the sound. It's not as exciting as a television show. There's only one voice, but it's me. And maybe your pet will like the sound of me. Eventually we'll do video, maybe. Only time will tell. But yeah, let me know what you guys want to hear. We'll catch you later. Have fun. Be good.